All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and today is Sunday, April 13, 2014, and this is the stock trade ideas video. We're going to talk about 5 trade ideas that we exited last week, and then 2 that we're currently in that we got into last week, and then 2 more that I want to talk about as new trade ideas for this coming week. So let's get started here with Goldman Sachs. We exited Goldman Sachs, when was it? I think it was on Friday. No, actually we exited it back here at when it hit 157. So we got out a little bit early. I mean, we could have kept riding it, but it had already moved, 4 big down days, and I went ahead and grabbed the profit, and it turned out 90% profit in 11 days on those options. So it turned out to be a very nice trade. Now, interesting thing about this is where I have to have a little bit of a thick skin when I post some things on StockTwit sometimes, and I try not to react. And the stock was trading back up into here, and I made a post that said, if we break 50.77, which happened to be the low, or I'm sorry, 160.77, which happened to be the exact tick low here and the exact tick low here. I said, if we break this low, there's a good chance that we're going to go down and hit 150. Now, actually, when I projected this off of this head and shoulders in here, you got, the shoulder, head, shoulder, it actually projects to lower than 150. So I was conservative and said 150. Well, I got a response from somebody who sent me a message on StockTwits and just said, neither one of those things is going to happen. Just like that. Neither one of those things is going to happen. And, my immediate reaction is, wow, everybody's so certain about everything that's going to happen in the stock market. And in reality, they were probably wishing it wouldn't happen, or maybe they were long, I don't know. But the thing, that what I try to do, and I would encourage everyone else to do too, is there is no certainty in the stock market. There is no certainty in your trades. There's no certainty in what the stock market's going to do. All you can do is, if it breaks the low, there's a good chance it's going to go down to 150. I don't know for sure if it's going to go to 150. It may go further. It may not go as far as that. And, I grabbed my profit before it got to 150 because I was ready to take a profit on it, and that I already had substantial. So just some thoughts in here. And, what I would just encourage people, especially as you start to think about your trades, think about the markets, just remember, there is no certainty. We're trying to play probabilities and potential scenarios out, and you try to put the odds in your favor as much as you possibly can. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Mgm Resorts. This is another one we were in, and we got out. We got in on the 7th. We got out on the 10th. Which was back in here. And I think I got out the first half on the 7th, actually. And then and had a profit, 31% profit. And then we took 0 on the 2nd and pulled back. And I took 0 because the option bid price had gotten to where it was my original purchase price. And so I didn't want to take a loss on the trade. Now, that's being ultra conservative on the trade. I mean, if you play the stock itself, it never closed up above a 2-day low or high in here. I could have easily stayed with it, but you got a little bit more to the downside. Not a whole lot. We don't know what you're going to get. I do think there's a potential head and shoulders in here, but anyway, it turned out to be a nice profitable trade. 31% profit in 3 trading days. So I'm not going to complain about that. And again, this stuff is on the Trade Ideas page. And if you're not a subscriber, just simply fill out the form and subscribe. You'll have access to the Trade Ideas page and the past trade ideas. The next one we'll talk about is Newmont. Newmont Mining. This is one where we got stopped out on, and we got in on the 7th, which was right in here. We got in up in here. Thought it was going to run, actually. Thought it might go up and test this high. It got within 50 cents or less. I think the high here is 25.51. I had a target of 25.90 or something like that of getting out, or at least taking half the profits. And it didn't even get there. And then it turned around. And when it closed below the low of the last 2 days, I said, I'm out. Okay, so we ended up taking a 26% loss on that in 5 trading days. And actually, I've got a new trade idea that I'm going to come back to this on. I'm going to go ahead and review all of these. Stratasys, on the 7th, we got back in here. After this reversed down in here, we got back in right near the high here on the 7th, and exited. Had two puts and exited one of them actually the very same day down here at like 102.70, and got a nice profit. Got $200 profit off of that option. Wasn't a whole lot. Held it in here and then exited down on Friday here as it got to the Keltner channel down here, the low of the Keltner channel, and I thought, okay, I thought we might have a chance to get down into here, but I went ahead and grabbed it at the low of the Keltner channel, and that was like another $800 profit. So we made 58% on the trade in 4 trading days. So that was nice, a nice trade. And then the last one is Tesoro. Tesoro, we got in on the 7th again on Monday, and we got in, I can't remember, I think it was right around in here. It broke this trend line, started trending down, didn't get really strong moves, and then my initial target was right down in here, and went ahead and grabbed it and exited at the initial target because we'd had several, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know if this was a down day or not, but almost 5 or 6 down days in a row. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab this profit. And we got 49% in 4 trading days. So you can't complain about that kind of profit. Yeah, you're not hitting 200, 300%, but you're going to hit a lot more for 50% profit ones than you are 300% profit ones. So those were kind of nice. Okay, so now those were the ones we exited last week. Now, the ones we got into, Facebook, here it is. Facebook, we got in on Friday. I believe it was Friday. Yeah, because we had this reversal day, this big reversal day on Thursday, and we got in right in here. And actually, I think we closed right about where we got in. And so, again, the details on this are on the Trade Ideas page of this trade. I do think it's, got a good chance of resuming the downtrend based on the way it acted here. We got in back up here, got out here, should have, could have easily ridden it a little further, but again, we had a profitable trade. So there's always going to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation. Xilinx, we got in right in here. Where was it? Oh, I know what it was. Okay, we originally were looking for, we've been looking for to get an entry all week long, and it kept pulling back. And then we finally got it right around in here, okay? And so we're in this now. I could see how we could potentially get a little support in here, but we're going to keep riding this. Probably look at a close above the 2-day high as a possible exit. I'll have to think about that and see if, put something on. Another potential support in here where there was resistance could possibly come in down here, but we'll be exiting before we get to that. I think we got a target around in here somewhere. I'll have to look to see. So again, this was the semiconductors SMH, the ETF, that really broke down, and as expected, this is breaking down. So I've been looking for that all week, and it finally happened on Thursday. Okay, the next one, let's go back to Newmont. We're looking for a sell in here. We got this close below the 10-day. And I'm looking for a sell entry down below the low of Friday, and then look to see if we can break this trend line and get a little move to the downside. We're getting overlapping action in here. It looks somewhat negative, or I would say negative. It's kind of corrective action. C-Trip's the last one. I think this is still in a bullish mode, and I'm looking for a move to the upside, and so I've got a bullish play on this. My caution on C-Trip is that the option spreads are kind of wide, so you want to be careful in terms of what you're doing in here. But I am looking for a little bull move, actually fairly decent bull move, so wanted to talk about that as a trade idea. So That's it for today. Have a great Monday, Tuesday, and we'll talk to you Tuesday night. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Take care.